Hello, this is Teardrop TV. My name is Steve and I'll be your host. Welcome to the Teardrop Garage.
Well, I'm so glad for you and me. We are part of a very rare breed. I invite you all in this community to join my show and please don't leave. We're going to chat, just wait and see, on those favorite topics at Teardrop TV. I know if you listen, I'll gain your favor, because it's all about the Teardrop trailer.
Today we have a very unique guest on Teardrop TV. She doesn't build teardrop trailers and she doesn't sell them. She doesn't even rent them out. So why did I invite her on my show? Well, to start with, she owns one, she travels with her husband in one, she's given her teardrop a name, Sunflower, and it appears that she can't stop talking about teardrop trailers on the internet. Her video can be found online and received close to 500,000 visits. If you're a teardrop trailer enthusiast and love minimalist travel, you may be familiar with her blog, tinyyellowteardrop.blogspot.com. Please welcome Christina Nellemann. Good morning, Christina. How are you this morning?
I'm good, Steve. How are you? Happy New Year.
Yes, thank you. Oh, you said New Year. Now you've dated my video. That's terrible. Well, I guess, I don't know if it's happy. How many, do you have any snow where you are?
We do have snow, yeah. We have about an inch where the teardrop is, and then another couple feet up in our mountains. So.
Yeah, we got some snow too. It's not too bad actually. This year I've only got maybe about, I don't know, half an inch myself. So it's, I guess I'm sort of happy. So where are we? Oh yeah, the first question I got to ask you. As a graphic and web designer, blogger and writer, I mean, you could choose any topic. Why the teardrop trailer?
Well, because I have one. I've been a teardropper since 2006. I've owned 2 teardrop trailers. Both of them were bought, so I haven't built one myself. But both of them I purchased. And, I've run several blogs before. I do blog writing and article writing for several websites, newspapers, magazines, etc. And every time I would take the sunflower, which is my latest one, every time I would take the sunflower out, I would get all these questions, like, do you actually sleep in that? And what is it for? And is it for your dog? And so I thought that I would just have a blog. And the video that was done on Fair Companies by Kirsten Dirksen, I know her and have done some work with her in the past. I knew when that video was going to come out in a couple of months, I knew it would be pretty popular. So I thought, okay, I'm going to start this blog and just answer questions and write small articles about teardrop trailers, mine including other teardrop trailers, builders, manufacturers, etc. And I thought that it'll just be a good place to answer people's questions.
Right. So basically, tinyyellowteardrop.blogspot.com is all about what?
Really, teardrop trailers, camping recipes. I'll even mention some small trailers,
right?
Or like kind of micro trailers. But it's mostly about teardrop trailers and teardrop camping, as well as kind of websites and applications that teardrop trailer people may find useful.
Everything teardrop.
I don't know. Everything teardrop.
Right on.
Yeah, it's really fine. I like to do interviews with manufacturers or builders. Those were my favorites.
Cool. How long have you been blogging about teardrop trailers now?
Oh my gosh, it's been like 3 years now. I have to check.
And there's always lots to talk about.
Yeah, it's been like since 2012. My gosh, what a long time.
Wow. What size is Little Sunflower?
Sunflower is a 5x8 Pleasant Valley Spirit, so it's 5 feet wide, 8 feet long. And it's a little low in the ceiling, I would say about just over 5 feet.
And I gotta ask, why did you call it Sunflower?
Well, when I was looking for a teardrop trailer, there were several I was looking for, and this one was being sold by a dealer in Florida. It was bright yellow. I thought I have to have that trailer. It was yellow, and it had everything I wanted. And then I said, I'm going to call it the Sunflower because I love the sunshine. I'm from northern Nevada, so we get a lot of sunshine. And I love sunflowers.
Right on.
For the color.
Yeah, perfect. Now, from what I understand, I mean, this is 2015. Now I've gone and dated my own video. From what I understand, you've owned Little Sunflower since 2008, right?
Correct.
Oh.
Yes, I think it was built in 2007, so I essentially got it new.
Okay, so you've had it for a few years now. So as an average owner of a teardrop trailer and as a regular traveler, what kind of advice could you give our viewers when it comes to proper annual storage and maintenance?
Well, I would say for maintenance to start out with, I did a blog post on regular maintenance of your trailer. You know, just checking the tires regularly, getting the bearings greased regularly. It kind of depends on how many features your teardrop has. If you have a sink or propane, you know, make sure that your connectors are checked every year. For annual storage, make sure that you can, if you have a battery, take it out and put it on a trickle charger, especially if you're in a cold climate.
Right.
And then remove any kind of liquid items that can freeze. So make sure you drain your sink lines and your propane lines and unhook everything. And then that's particularly what I do for the sunflower, even though we don't have any kind of lines running through. We don't have a sink.
Right. Or a pump or anything like that.
Correct. No pump. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you do, I guess obviously you'd have to take it out, right?
Yeah, take it out, especially if you're in a cold climate. I totally clean the teardrop from top to bottom, and I'll actually do a whole assessment of what's inside. Because after winter time, you get into the spring and you really want to take your first trip, and all of a sudden you remember, oh, well, I was supposed to get this, I was supposed to buy this, and I forgot this. Yeah. So just do a whole.
Where'd this old piece of bacon come from?
Yeah, exactly. I found busted bottles of hot sauce.
Yeah, I hear you.
So do an assessment on everything from your clothing and food to supplies, tools, and then you'll be all set for spring.
Right on. How many miles do you think you've put on your teardrop?
Oh, wow. I would say at least 10,000.
Wow.
We mostly travel around the West. But we've been to Utah, all over California, Montana, Wyoming, Arizona.
Canada?
Yeah.
Have you been to Canada yet?
No, I would love to go to
Canada. Okay, maybe a few more miles you come to Canada. Obviously, you carry a spare tire, right? Have you had to use it yet?
No, not yet. We do have a spare tire, yes, and it's the same size as the regular tires, but it's not a smaller spare. And it's underneath, held in with a couple of bolts.
Right on.
So having to use it would not be fun, but I'm glad we have it.
Yeah. And the thing is, I mean, it's not like they can be rotated like a car. So after how many miles do you think you'd suggest having your trailer tires replaced?
I actually look at replacing mine every 2 years, and I kind of look at it as years rather than miles, just because it helps me keep track of it better. But I've had to replace them both several times.
Right. Okay.
Just to stay safe.
Yeah. For someone that's new to teardrop trailer traveling, that may be listening to this right now, what kind of safety precautions should one take when attaching the trailer for a road trip?
I did a post on this, on how to stay safe on the road, and I think one of the biggest things that I hear about is the hitch. The trailer coming off the hitch.
Right.
And I think that the biggest key with that is to be very, in the moment when you're hooking up everything. Don't be distracted by kids or music or
like a to-do list.
Just very. So make sure that it's completely on the ball. Make sure that the tongue lock is totally down, and make sure that it's flat. And then to check on that, and actually have a lock through the tongue lock, like a little.
That trailer coupler safety pin. That's what you're talking about? Yeah. You know what? I forgot one time, and I was going over a train track, and sure enough, my trailer popped off, and it scared the stink right out of us. But safety first, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then make sure, that your safety chains are on there. And I'm kind of paranoid. My husband thinks I'm paranoid. But every, 50 miles or something, if we're on a long trip, I pull over and double check everything.
Yeah. Better safe than sorry.
Correct.
Yeah. Now, I have to be honest with you, after I saw your YouTube video, the classic 50s mobile micro home renaissance, and watched how easily you open the rear galley of Sunflower, I had to install my own set of gas springs, and when I build my own trailers now, every single one of them has those springs. Now, I know you bought your trailer, and this question is basically for all the do-it-yourselfers out there watching this video. Do you have any idea how many pounds your galley gas springs are on either side?
Yeah, they've got to be around 115. But I mean, the galley door itself is not very heavy. But I think you would have to have around 115 to 120 for safety reasons.
Right.
Because sometimes if you're built, I know people that have very heavy galley doors, and if you don't have those springs on and you accidentally knock your holder or whatever's holding up your galley, that thing's going to come down and smash right on top of you. So I think for safety purposes, you should get the most robust one that you can, or get the most robust springs that you can.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same size. I use around 115, 120 myself. Now off topic, cooking question. Have to ask you. In that video, I also saw you cooking pizza while camping. My wife and I love pizza. So this is a three-part question for you. What is a Dutch oven? Do you take it with you every time you go camping? And where can I get one?
Yeah, it was a pizza. And there's actually a recipe from Outdoor Cast Iron Cooking, which is a YouTube channel by Dean and Joni. They live up in Northern California.
Okay.
And they have some great Dutch oven recipes. So I stole their pizza recipe, which the key is to use parchment paper.
Oh, really?
Get the pizza out, yes.
And what is a Dutch oven exactly?
So a Dutch oven is a cast iron oven that's been used it's been used since the late 1800s, essentially. And it has usually three little legs on the bottom, so lift it up from the heat. And then it has a lid with a lip on it. And as soon as you put the lid on it, it essentially creates an oven inside the pot. And you can use it either just put it right into a fire, like the Basque sheep herders would do, and the cowboys out here in the Wild West.
Right on.
Or you can make just heat up some briquettes, charcoal briquettes, put the briquettes underneath, and then the briquettes on top, and it creates an oven inside. So you can do everything from chicken, potatoes, cake.
So you're not limited taking a teardrop trailer, that's for sure.
You're not.
And you're cooking anyway.
Dutch ovens and teardrops go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Right on.
They really do.
Well, listen, I want to thank you very much for coming on our show as a guest today. I really do appreciate it. Any final thoughts to all your readers out there that might be watching this video?
Well, I think just Happy New Year to everybody. And one of my last posts was about how to convince your partner to get a teardrop if they're not totally into the whole thing. And I think, even if they're not, just if you really want one and you really want to go camping, just either build one or purchase one or somehow rent or borrow one and just go out and keep it for yourself. Because sometimes I like to go camp by myself, sometimes my husband and I camp together. So if you really want to do it, just do it.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Thanks again. That's all the time we have today. If you have any questions for Christina, leave your comments below and maybe we can invite her as a guest again in the near future. If you want to know more about Christina and her yellow tiny teardrop, go to tinyyellowteardrop.blogspot.com. Goodbye for now, and until next time, happy trails. That didn't go too bad.
Well, now it's time for us to go. I hope you like our teardrop show. I know we sure can learn new things, and thank the pros for skills they bring. Your expertise is what this show needs. I know the viewers will be quite pleased. So send your photos for my montage, and come back soon to Teardrop Garage.